Welcome back to Kev's Kitchen. I got a quick video for you, all right? This is an easy meal that you can make to impress your significant other, somebody you're courting, whether it's a special lady, special man in your life. This is an easy recipe, all right? So I'm gonna show you this really quick. It should only take about 5 minutes to prep. We're gonna make salmon today, and it's gonna be Cajun seasoned with a little special honey butter. Now, you don't need much for this, so I'm gonna jump right into it, all right? All you need, salmon, clearly. If you forget this, just turn the video off right now. One place I forgot to mention last video, spicesinc.com. Got a Cajun blend from them. Really good, and it's a salt-free. So because it's salt-free, you can add a little salt, right? Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, right? Honey butter, simple. Honey, butter, all right? Just a little bit of lime, and I'll show you what we do with that later. Optional, little lime, lemon squeezer thingy, and just a little brush to baste the butter. You don't need this. Use a spoon if you need. I don't care what you use, okay? Don't even use a Cajun. It doesn't matter to me. Just put something on there, and I'm gonna show you what to do, all right? All you need to do now is we're just gonna put a little bit of salt on the salmon, okay? And you don't gotta put too much because you know I like to use that finishing salt, so we'll just throw it on there afterwards. Next thing you want to do is just sprinkle the seasoning all over the salmon, all right? Don't worry about the little pockets right now. You can spread it out later. Now, a lot of people will tell you that they'll put, you know, olive oil first or whatever, and I don't care. You can do that, all right? I'm not mad at you if you do. I'm not mad at you if you don't. I don't do it. I don't need to. You know, that's just me. But other people feel differently, so you can choose to do that if you want. We're just gonna make sure we get a good amount on here. And then we're good. All you have to do after that is pat it down. Don't be afraid, all right? Your hands get a little bit dirty. That's what soap and water is for right afterwards. Now, in the meantime, while I do this, right, my oven has been preheated. So just start preheating your oven as soon as you get into the kitchen. It just makes it easier. Now all you're gonna do, check that bad boy, middle rack, 425 degrees, close it. Should take about 10 minutes. All right, so now I'm not gonna show you everything, so you don't need to see me throw butter in here and melt. But now that the butter is browned up, it's half a stick of butter. We're gonna add 1 tablespoon of honey. It's gonna take a little while to drip in here. We're just gonna mix it up, all right? It's not over yet though, okay? Let the honey, you know, fall out of the spoon. Keep mixing it up, all right? Don't worry about the color, okay? With the butter, it's gonna look a little bit brown, but it's gonna taste good. Get whatever remainder out of there. Throw that there. Now that we've mixed it up, we're gonna squeeze just half a lime. Now you can double, let that sizzle. You can double the recipe if you want, all right? Salmon is not that big, so we don't need to get that much. We're all good in there. Put that there. Mix that up. Salmon's about halfway done. And now you might have saw the thermometer in the video. What we're gonna do is just temp check that a little bit. When it hits about 140 to 145, that's when we pull it. 145 is cooked, so you can pull a little early. I'll probably start basting the butter on it a little bit before that though. This is simple. It's all you gotta do to make your honey butter. All right, so now we're gonna take the butter that we just made and we're gonna baste it. It's not fully cooked yet, so we're just going to help, you know, give it some more flavor in here. And it should also make a little bit of a crispier outside once it, you know, gets cooked up a little bit more. Now, this piece is a little bit thicker, so I know I might have said 10 minutes in the beginning, but it might take closer to 15 depending on how big of a piece you have. All right, don't waste it all. We can finish it off at the end with more. All right, we just pulled it. We're gonna let it rest a little bit, but you can just use some more of the butter. Make sure you, you know, coat it generously. It's only gonna help. Now, I know many of you may wonder if Cajun and, you know, honey butter will go together. Trust me, it's a great balance. It tastes delicious. So we might not use all of this butter, and that's okay. The only other thing we're gonna do now, since you saw I didn't put too much salt in the beginning, I'm gonna sprinkle it with a little bit of the finishing flake salt. That'll give it a nice little pop at the end. And then one thing I like to use is parsley. All right. Now, if you have fresh parsley, that's great. This parsley is from Spices Inc. as well, so it's a little bit greener than the one you might find at the store in the jar. We're still in the hood, so we don't have the fresh parsley just yet. Top it off, it makes every presentation a little bit better, gives it a nice pop of color, and that's how you do it. As you can see, final product, nice juicy piece of salmon. It is gonna be delicious. All right, that was a very quick and easy meal. This is the final product. You just got a little view of it. You can serve this with whatever you want here at the crib. I like to just throw it with some brown rice, some green beans, or any kind of veggie. I didn't show the veggies, you know, when I was cooking, but it's easy to do while this is cooking. This took about 15 minutes total. It's enough time to do the butter, get your veggies, do the brown rice, all in one, all right? Be efficient. Clean as you go. Remember what I always say, clean kitchen is a good kitchen. Or might be a good kitchen is a clean kitchen. Either way, it's my kitchen. So that's what we do. And I hope you found this informative. You should not mess this up. You have the tools that you need. If you don't, invest in them, like I said in the last video. But if not, you know, you just have to go with the old school method, all right? If you don't have a thermometer, just test for doneness, okay? You may have to do a little flake test and get a fork and just make sure it flakes away properly. And that's what you gotta do. But for presentation, use a thermometer. That way you have a whole piece that you can show off afterwards. Thank you for tuning in for Kev's Kitchen. I'm gonna try to roll out a lot more videos on a steady schedule. If you don't already know, Lake Show all day. We just won the championship, so this shirt's been in here for a little bit. I was waiting to debut it on this show. So anyway, thank you again. I look forward to seeing you guys soon.